So I spent the night in here. It was very warm and cozy, but it was not very comfortable. I did not pitch up a tent because there was so much crowd around, and there's also sand everywhere. So I did not want to clean up after. I feel like going back to sleep again. But there's the sadhana at 7 a.m. This is the next day after the second live stream. Today is Monday. This is a Monday morning, 28th. Bhairavi Sadhana is starting today. And I was woken up at 5 a.m. by this loudspeaker music, very like how it happens in the ashram at 4:45 a.m. It's 5 a.m. here, and just exploring the beach one more time. I have switched the car headlights on, so but there's nobody here. Yesterday night was full of people who were drinking and playing some card games and just exploring the beach, but now there is nobody, so I'm just going there. I'm sure it's not very good for a bath, but let me see if it's possible. This is how the beach looks early morning. It's definitely a very pleasant early morning. Yeah. And the moon is up there. Looks like another headlight. And the car is back there. Maybe I'll just travel along from here. It's around 8 a.m. right now, and I just traveled from Puvar beach to the south of Kerala, slightly to the east, and I am at the what is this, Neyyar Dam and Neyyar Wildlife Sanctuary, and I found a wonderful Kerala Tourism Department hotel to stay at, which is extremely affordable but super nice. And check this view. There's absolutely stunning view out from the window. So, and this is where I'm doing my sadhana. So time for some sadhana right now, and today is Bhairavi Sadhana initiation as well, so I'll directly do that and then head for lunch. That is the plan. Well, during the initiation instructions, when they give an option that you can use a candle instead of an oil lamp, never in my life did I think that I'd be the one to take that option. But here we are. Uh, Desperate times call for desperate measures, and I had to walk to get that candle. There was only one left, and it's called a Mellagatiri in Malayalam. They could not understand what candle was, which was a surprise given the amount of Christianity here. But finally managed to find a candle, and getting ready for the session. It's about to start in another 5 minutes. So I'll do the Bhairavi Sadhana initiation, and then let's see what happens next. Guys, I just finished my Bhairavi Sadhana initiation, and I'm here for lunch. And I just learned two words, Agatta and Puratta. Puratta is outside and Agatta is inside. Yeah, the person here asked me if I wanted to sit Agatta or Puratta, and I learned it from him. And I also heard that the Malayalam in the northern states of Kerala is very different from Malayalam in the south, and it's very difficult for each of them to understand each other, and which was very interesting, which is probably similar to that of Telugu as well back home. So I have to see how it goes, but lunch at this view, it's extremely beautiful and not crowded at all because of the pandemic. This is the famous pink water of Kerala. They put a root in it. I don't know the name of this root, but no, it's not a root, it's a tree bark. They boil it in water and it gives it this beautiful pink color, and it's supposed to have some healing properties. I'll add them on top of the video. It's almost 6 p.m. now. I just had my second shower for the day. And until now, I was working on the Malayalam practice sheets. I was making them in Photoshop, and I was watching some videos learning how to write the letters of the alphabet. Now I'm all set to make a video presenting it to everybody else on how to write the letters of the alphabet. I'm all set. The equipment is ready, so I'll record it. I hope there will be some more sunlight and it will not get dark too soon. I'll get started with the recording. I hope you guys watch it later when I publish it, and see you in the next part of the day. Until then, namaskaram. It's 7 p.m. now, guys. I just finished some recording. I would have continued for longer, but the lights are out. There is nothing visible. And even the final videos of the Malayalam letters, Malayalam alphabets playlist was not up to the mark. The lighting was getting more and more terrible. So I wound it up. And now I'll go out, see what's for dinner. And if there's something nice, I'll have it. Otherwise, I'll take a stroll, see if there's something, some fruits or something I can find on the streets. Getting out of my room right now, carrying the keys. New to vlogging, so talking randomly to a camera, not even checking if I'm in frame. What else do I need? There's phones, there's wallet, and that's good. Just came out. I checked at the restaurant here. They said it's the same menu as the afternoon food. So I had both of them. They had two items basically. They had chapati and they had fried rice, and I had them both for lunch. So I did not feel like having them again for dinner. So I'm out here, and he said there are no restaurants anywhere nearby. The next restaurant is only 10 kilometers away in the city, he said, probably Nayar city. We are here in the near the Nayar Dam, the wildlife sanctuary. So I'm wondering if I should go all the way there or manage with what I have in the room. I'll just take a stroll, walk down and see if there are any other shops, anything else I can find edible along the way. This is how the road is that leads outside. I think it's better to get the car if I plan on going here. There's absolutely no street lights and it's pitch dark. Okay, I'm not going to venture here. Maybe if I put my phone light on, things get visible. Where is it? Where is the flash? Okay, let me use the other phone. I don't want to drop things here and then have to search for them. Alright, so this is how it looks with the phone's flashlight. Looks like there's going to be nothing. If I switch my phone's flashlight off, this is the situation. And this is exactly how it is. I need to stop. I can't see my next step. Alright, I'll head back. I definitely do not want to venture down this way. Heading back like this. Somebody trying to set up stuff for just winding up stuff for the day. Going to sleep. So this is where I am. It says KTDC beer. So the state is producing alcohol. But then again, Bhairavi sadhana and also of course yoga and the practices, it's not good. And I guess I don't remember, this instruction was a long time ago, but I remember hearing that if you consume alcohol there needs to be an 8-hour gap for the next practice. That I cannot afford. We'll check if there is something on the terrace. Don't feel like having the same chapati and fried rice for dinner. Let me see on Google Maps if I can go to this place by car. Even that sounds like a bad idea. So let me go back to the room, see what to do, and then vlog it again. So I made friends with the staff here, the kitchen staff, and they said this is what they also eat every day, that chapati and fried rice, but they can cook up some parota, Kerala style parota and tomato fry. That's what with the ingredients they have. So they have accepted. There is Vinil Cheta and Sachin Cheta. Both of them have agreed. They can't sit and talk with me apparently. If somebody else sees, there is a camera here. So if somebody else sees, it's not good for them, for the staff, they said. So I'm here waiting for the dinner that is being made. Thanks to the staff here. I'll see if I can talk to them some more, learn some Malayalam. I was just going through the videos that I recorded this evening and seeing if any of that can be shared as an Instagram story, and then I realized that there are so many small insects here fluttering around those lights and they're falling on this table, so outdoors might not be a really good place to have dinner. So I'll spend some time here going through those videos, and there are where is it? There are insects already. I don't want them in my food. So I'm going to step inside. Hopefully these will not be there inside. Where is he? It's gone. So, yeah. I don't know. This vloggers make it look so easy. It's not. I'm just talking to the camera right now. No structure. Not even a remote semblance of a script to these videos. It's really hard to just randomly talk to a camera and then at the end of the day in a vlog make it appear structured, clean, sharp story. And especially for people like me who think of words, who just take long pauses to think of the appropriate word to say. Really hard unless there is a script. But still, let's see how many people even watch or like these videos and are interested in watching more of them. If not, it will just be for my documentation, which is literally what vlogging is, for video logging of things that you do throughout your day. So yeah, I wish there's somebody who can take me through the vegetation around. There's so many plants, the kind expected because we are in the hills and mountains, and the vegetation here is unique. And I found fresh peppers, and I found betel leaf, things that I know. I could not find neem tree at all because once again hilly regions do not have neem trees. At least I have not seen. I think that is they grow only in the plains. But there's so much vegetation. All of them are called as Oshadhayaha. The Sanskrit word for vegetation is Oshadhi because all of them are medicinal. And I don't know what Oshadhi means. Dha is something that holds. Osha. Not sure. I have to look up a dictionary. But the rough meaning of it is medicine or something that has healing properties. So the philosophy of Ayurveda says that every single plant is medicinal and can be used to heal, has some healing properties. It's just that we have not identified them if they are yet to be classified as medicinal. But since that we don't know what they are useful for or how they impact the body in a positive way. But all of them inherently have that aspect of healing within them, and all of them are said to be a product of the moon. So from Chandrama came all these Oshadhis, is what the Vedas say. Some verse, I don't recollect which one. If any of you know, leave it in the comments. I'll contact you personally if somebody can recall what the verse is which says all the Oshadhis come from Soma. But yeah, this is how random talks go. But let me see if I can find anybody who's an expert who can travel along. So it's been a mess. It's been a null solution set so far. If I find an expert, they're too elderly to travel along, or if I find there are experts but they live in other states right now. The other ones are really young children in their 10th class and 12th class, and I don't want them on my hands during this travel. Some are enthusiastic but do not have the skills yet. So not sure, but eventually let's see if we can at least take 2 people along the trip. Somebody who knows about these herbs and somebody who is an expert in Ayurveda, and somebody who knows Malayalam, some language expert. That would make a good trio to travel the land. Probably for the next trips I can make this arrangement beforehand. Yoga experts we don't need because I have my yoga going on anyways. So yeah, I guess somebody who is into either architecture, somebody who knows the design of the land, somebody who can add some more insight into a kind of a trip like this. I'm just looking it up online and I only have a little bit of insights into these myself. But if there's somebody who already has been through this kind of study where they can provide additional information, additional insight into what's going on around us, that would be good. This makes for a wonderful view. I'm just showing you a concrete background for you guys and enjoying all this shrubbery for myself. Put it like this, but then I will have all the concrete view. But it looks good on frame. The staff here has their dinner at the same place. They close at 9 p.m. And the other person, what was his name? I forgot to take his name. But he's a Tamil guy, so I was talking to him in Tamil. But can you hear that faint sound? It feels like it's of some bird which is chirping away. But it's an odd time for a bird to chirp. And at the same time, it looks like somebody is doing Mahat Prana Kriya. Kapalabhati sound of Shakti Chalana Kriya sounds like this. So ashram is full of sounds like this, but it's a very refined sound for Shakti Chalana to be like this. I don't know if you can hear it. It's this almost like a whistle at an interval of roughly 1.5 seconds. And it matches maybe some bird doing Shakti Chalana Kriya. It's still going on, so it's definitely not a human being. It's been going on for a good 10 minutes without any gap. It's either an extremely advanced yoga practitioner or just a bird. So guys, now I'm back in the room. I had a nice filling lunch. It was very delicious. So that Cheta made parota, Kerala style parota and tomato fry, which was just tomatoes and onions, but it was quite delicious. It was very spicy, and I enjoyed that dinner. Did I say lunch? So I enjoyed that dinner, and I'm back editing. I thought I'll make this as the last video for the day. So it was, all in all, it was a good day. I almost recorded for an hour, so there is all of that footage to be edited. I'll edit it for the night, and I'll see if this vlog, what can be salvaged from this vlog and what cannot be, and what content comes out of it, and if it's even worthy to be put up online. I'll definitely put something up online. Let me see how people receive it. And that is the plan for the rest of the night. What is it now? What time is it? It's 8 p.m. So I'm giving you hourly updates. So that's the plan. Thank you so much for watching, if you have watched it until this part. And if you watched until the end, remember to subscribe to the channel. I'm guessing only the subscribers and the followers stick until this point of the vlog. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll try to make more and more vlogs like this and hopefully get better at it. So namaskaram, shubharatri to everybody, and see you in the next vlog. This is probably the wildest assortment of flowers that I could find, just picking up whatever I could find along the way for the puja. They say you have to use neem leaves. I could not find them, so I got betel leaves, which were there along the way, and then there was no fresh pepper. There was no peppercorn, so I got these fresh peppers which were hanging on the tree. I hope they are peppers. I tasted one of them on the plant, and it did feel like one. And all sorts of flowers. Some of them I know what they are, some of them I don't, but this is what I could manage for the session today. I'll sit for the session now and see you later. Namaskaram.